care. Happy Wednesday. Who is it? Whoever it is. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. I hope you're doing good. Welcome to Lions Pride. Let's walk and talk. Okay, let's walk and talk. The original in my neighborhood. The original in my neighborhood. Thank you guys for those thumbs up. Those thumbs up. I appreciate you. We're walking and talking, moving and grooving, baking and shaking. Walking and talking, moving and grooving, baking and shaking. And at the end of the day, we just keep moving. Hey, Jill. How are you, Jill? Happy Wednesday to you. Hey, Lakeitha. How y'all doing? Happy Wednesday, y'all. I wasn't sure if I was going to get to come on today or have to wait until later tonight. But I can get it in for a few minutes. We're going to let these legs move. Just got done working out. But it's starting to get a little bit late. But it's a lot of people out and about in the area that I'm in. So we're gonna jog for a little bit. Y'all see, I can't jog with my phone. I'm telling you, my phone, I can feel it now, it's moving around. I like to, just so I can't exercise on live, like my full routine, because I be all over the place. And then if I jog, my phone's gonna go everywhere. I told y'all that before. If I jog, and especially if I run, my phone is gonna go everywhere. Good, just getting in and about to make something to eat. Happy Wednesday to you too, Lakeitha. That's good, Jill. Yep, get in there and get you something made to eat. What's going on, James Money 615? How you doing? So, how was your Wednesday? How was everybody's Wednesday? Hey, Betty. Welcome to Comfort Foods and More. Betty, how are you guys doing? I'm glad to see all of you guys in here today. Lakeitha says, hi, Jill. Hey, retirement. Everybody's speaking. I appreciate that. We're moving today. Okay. We got to move. See, some days I be playing, and some days I be just wanting to move. Okay. We got to keep it moving. We got to move with the purpose. All right. We got to move with the purpose. You want your movement to matter. Usually, though, y'all know what it is. We just come on here to converse, talk about different things. Nothing in particular, nothing specific, other than the movement part, other than the, working out, moving your body, work your body, make sure you don't hurt your body. All right? Thank you. Is that Ever Salazar? Or Salazar? Ever Salazar? Thank you for the compliment. I appreciate that. Let me tell you, people don't like to give you compliments on this motor joker. Like, if it ain't hitting for them, they don't like for it to be hitting for you. All right? If it don't be hitting for them, especially the ladies, they don't like to compliment each other, unless they're like kind of clicked up or something. Let me tell you something. I give anybody who looks good a compliment. Because the thing about it is, it's about looking. You don't have to be perfect. Just look good. Look nice. Okay? Look nice. You don't have to be perfect. Everybody is perfect for who they are. All right? Perfectly imperfect. Right, Lakeitha. Hey, Lance Pride. Hey, Miss Key. What's going on, Miss Key Kitchen? How you doing? Y'all, Miss Key, look, y'all go over there, Miss Key. Miss Key be getting it in, okay? Okay? In the kitchen, exercising. Jill be in that kitchen. Retirement days, comfort foods, and more be in that kitchen. I have to acknowledge all of the content creators that come into the live, okay? Because content creators are busy. I mean, everybody's busy. But I'm just saying, they have their niche. They have their things that they do. So I have to acknowledge them. I do. I gotta acknowledge them. You're doing well. That's good. I'm glad to hear that. How are you doing today? I'm doing good, Miss Key Kitchen. Trying to get it in real fast before it gets dark. Y'all know spring is on the way, right? March 9th. I think it's March 9th. The second Saturday in March. We're going to spring forward. Seems like we just fell back, doesn't it? Seems like we just fell back. Lakeitha says, you're right. Jill says, right. Yeah, like, people don't like to compliment each other. And I appreciate Ever Salazar for doing that. I do. I do. Because look, let me tell you something. Young, middle-aged, or old. The goal, prayerfully, blessedly, is to get old. So looks, now don't get me wrong, because I see some beautiful, beautiful elderly people, all right? Taking care of themselves. You know, just the natural aging. It's a natural aging process. But in spite of that, they've really taken care of themselves, okay? So I don't care what age it is. You compliment the elderly, you compliment the middle-aged, you compliment the young. You know, give compliments where they're due. But what we're focused on is feeling good, right? Feeling good. Because if you're feeling good, you're going to what? Look good. If you're looking good, you're going to what? Perform good, okay? Okay? Y'all better remember what Deion Sanders said. Feel good, look good, play good, get paid good, right? So today is one of my days where I'm just kind of moving with a purpose. Like, we're trying to be like, usually I'm kind of like this. Usually I'm kind of like this, and this is good. This is a good pace. We're usually like this. Thank you guys for those thumbs up. That's a good pace. We're usually like this. All right. But then sometimes it's just nice, y'all. It's just nice to kind of just stroll, right? Just stroll. Get in touch with nature. Even, you hear these cars, okay? Even though they're mechanical, they're man-made, they're so much a part of your day-to-day that it's just a part of it. It's just a part of it. So when you're outside, trying to kind of get in touch with nature, if there are vehicles around or noises around, try your best to mentally phase out and just get in touch with nature. Focus on listening to the birds. All right, y'all know how I like to say listen to the birds. Can you guys hear the birds? Focus on listening to the birds. Listening to the birds sing. Okay? Listen to the free birds sing. Right? You hear those reptiles. Sometimes you hear frogs, especially when it's getting toward the end of the day. Crickets. Those other things, I always forget the name of them. Is it cicadas? Something like that. You hear those. So just get in touch with earth. Look, take those shoes off, okay? Take those shoes off. Take the socks off in a safe place in your yard and just get in tune. Start off, if you don't want to walk, you can just start off just by standing in a good, nice, safe place. All right? And just take some deep breaths in and out. Deep breaths in and out. Do that 3 to 5 times during the day. Your body will automatically yawn during the day, right? So just take you some deep breaths in and out 3 to 5 times during the day. When you're at home and you get a chance, get in touch with nature. Get in touch with the earth, right? Get in touch with the earth. Grounding. There's nothing wrong with grounding. Lakeitha says, Thank you, Jill. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. I love listening to the birds sing. Yes, Lakeitha. It's so relaxing. It's so relaxing. It's just like that natural listening to God's animal do their thing. Just listening to them sing. Listening to them chirp. Whatever it is that they're doing. Especially when it's all loud and, you know, it's like they're just singing. And it sounds so positive. Like it sounds positive. You know, birds, I don't think if they're hurt or something like that, I don't think they're going to make, you'll know the difference between the sounds. So when you hear those sounds and they're just chirping away, and they're just singing, it can kind of relax you, kind of calm you, get you in a better mood, a better mindset. Yeah, it's very relaxing. Just listening to the birds sing. Takes you, it doesn't get rid of the problems that you may have or may have encountered during the day. But when you get home, or if you're before you get home and you just happen to be out and about, you can be at a strip mall or a shopping mall. Sit down for a few seconds. Just take in some oxygen. Some deep breaths in. Pull that oxygen in. And release that CO2. Release that carbon dioxide. Okay? Some deep breaths in and out. It can be when you get off work. Sit outside when you get off work for a few minutes. You've just gotten off work. Get you a little me time in. If you didn't have time, like you may have been running at work, sit down outside on the workbench, the break bench, or just in a quiet room for about 5 minutes. Like just 5 minutes. Just sit there. Take you some deep breaths in and out. Don't even think about the issues that happened at work that day. You're still at work. I know it's kind of hard, but just take some deep breaths in and out. Don't even think about the things that happened at work. Good, bad, or indifferent. Deep breaths in and out. Try to do that for like 5 to 10 minutes. All right? Especially if you work and you've been busy and you haven't gotten a chance to kind of do that. And a lot of us don't get the chance to do that at all at work. So what you have to do is do it before you go in. If you get to work in time, try your best to get to work 5 to 10 minutes before you have to clock in or sign in or whatever, if you're on salary, before they expect you to be in. And just sit there for 5 to 10 minutes. If you can't do it before work, do it right after work. I know a lot of you guys are running because you got to get the kids. And it's like sometimes you don't have time to do it after work because you're on a strict schedule, right? A strict schedule. So you just have to do it when you can. You have to do it when you can. Let me go to all messages, because sometimes you be on top messages and don't even see what's going on. Okay. You just have to get it in when you can. And sometimes you can't do it. You got to go get the kids. You got to pick up the spouse. You got to do something for mom or dad. You got to do whatever. The grandkids, the nieces and nephews. So do it right before you go to bed. Do it right before you go to bed. Take you some deep breaths in and out. In and out. Right before you go to bed. Get that me time in. Right, Lakeitha? Just get you some me time in. Me time. They know how to get you if it's something important and they really need you. But just get you some me time in. We're just saying 15 minutes, 5 to 15 minutes. And if you can only do 5 minutes, make sure that you find another 5 to 10 minutes somewhere else throughout the day. Even if it has to be just before going to bed. Even if it has to be just before going to bed. That's okay as long as you get it. Sometimes, y'all, I don't know if whoever was in here yesterday and heard the live, sometimes it's like right before you get out of bed. Remember we were loosening up those joints? How we loosen up those joints before we even sit up to the side of the bed, right? As you lay there in bed, you can turn that head to the left, get a little stretch and hold to a count of 3 to 5. And of course you want to do what? The opposite side. Hold to the right, hold to the left, right? Each side. Take your head and hold it down. Put your chin to your chest. Get a stretch in the back of that neck and hold it down for 3 to 5, right? Take those shoulders and pull them up to the sides of your ear. Up, then down. Up, then down. 3 to 5 times, right? take that right arm, pull it across your chest, and get a nice stretch in that shoulder. 2, 3, 4, 5. And do it again with the other arm, the left arm. 2, 3, 4, 5. Preferably go to a count of 8. But listen, by the time I get you from head to toe, I don't think it'll take you 10 minutes, okay? Because we're already mid-body, right? Already mid-body, okay? Once you get done lifting those shoulders up and bringing them back down, you want to take your right leg. You want to make a bridge with both legs. This will make it easier for you. Make a bridge, pull both of those legs up into a bridge position as you're laying on your back. Then take your right leg, pull it in as close as you can to your chest and get a nice stretch in that hamstring, the back of the thigh. In that hamstring, okay? Get a nice stretch in that hamstring. Supporting the back of the thigh and supporting your knee, especially if you have any knee injuries. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then you want to do the opposite leg. Do the left leg. Do the same way. Gently let that right leg down. Support the back of that left leg. Support your knee, both hands. Pull it in as close as you can to your chest. All right? As close as you comfortably can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then gently let it down. Let it down, okay? Then you want to let that right leg all the way back down straight. Follow with the left leg, right? You can do this one at a time or you can do both feet, okay? You want to point, 2, 3, 4, 5, and flex, meaning pull those toes up towards your head. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now don't lock your knee. Do not lock your knee when you do that. Your leg should be straight with a slight bend in the knee, okay? And just flex. You can do one foot, right foot first, left foot first, and then follow with the next. You can do those at the same time, okay? Relax. Then you want to take that right foot again and point it, okay? Extend. You want to point. And just like your toe is a pencil, draw circles. Draw circles with your toe, allowing your ankle to rotate in circles, okay? Rotate in circles. Put it down and you do the left leg. And look, and that's it, y'all. That's it. It sounds like a lot, but it's really not. It sounds like a lot, but it's not. Just that probably would take like 10 minutes or less. 10 minutes or less. And guess what? You'll be feeling good or somewhat loose as you sit up to the side of the bed. As you sit up to the side of the bed. As you sit, hey, Shawanda. Shawanda says, hey, everybody. As you sit up to the side of the bed. So, if you don't have time to stretch when you get up, if you're stiff, let me tell you something. You already just did a few mild stretches, right? So you getting up out of that bed should be a little bit easier. Because let me tell you, sometimes people say that they have the hardest time just getting up out of the bed. And when they get out of the bed, they got to kind of take their time, hold on to some things, and there ain't nothing wrong with that. That's okay. And then get themselves up and positioned upright to get those stretches in to feel better. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But how about just starting before you even sit up to the side of the bed? You start before you sit to the side of the bed. That makes even getting up to the side of the bed that much easier. Okay? Okay? So you just did some mild, it doesn't take long, just 10 minutes or less before your day gets started. 10 minutes or less before your day gets started. So this is Hump Day, Wednesday, the middle of the week. Hope you guys have been having a wonderful week. And I hope that you continue to have a wonderful week. I know that there are a lot of crazy things going on, okay? But that's all right. You keep praying. You keep going to work or doing whatever it is that you do on a daily basis. Because let me tell you something. People know how to make it, okay? Launch Cry, it's always good to hear from you. I'm finna get dinner started and I'll talk with you. Thank you, Lakeitha. It's so good to hear from you as well. I appreciate you. I'm about to get out of here too myself, but I still wanted to come on for just a few minutes. I might come back on later. I don't know, and do some type of light time live or some sounds or something like that. Do my lights, do my sounds, or I might just talk. I might just talk. Shawanda, thank you for saying hello to everybody. If you guys are in here, you see Shawanda, please say hello. I appreciate Shawanda, just like I appreciate each and every one of the subs who come through, the channel holders, and the platform. The subs, the / channel holders / moderators, and the platform. And thank you so much, Lakeitha, for always being so supportive. Always being so supportive. I appreciate you. I'll probably be on here another 10 minutes. Another 10 minutes. And I'll be done. Y'all know I always sound like to try to keep it like an hour to an hour. I like to keep it to an hour. So when somebody's in here, we're gonna talk. We walk and talk, right? We walk and talk and we just have good conversation, a laugh or two, some fun. Remember, look at the legs move. Look at the legs move. Watch the legs move, okay? Hopefully that encourages you and motivates you to get up and move your legs, your arms, your waist, okay? Put a little switch in your waist. Get moving. Keep moving. Get moving and keep moving. Get moving and keep moving. Okay? Get moving and keep moving. Build those legs, build those calves, build those quads, build those hamstrings. Okay? Get moving and keep moving. Keep moving. Keep moving consistently and be persistent about it. There's nothing wrong with cardiovascular aerobic activity every day of the week. All right? 7 days a week. You know, if your schedule allows that, you can do cardiovascular aerobic activity 7 days a week. All right? Try to strengthen their heart, strengthen those lungs. Okay? Strengthen. Get that aerobic activity in. Okay? Aerobic and even anaerobic. And what do we always say? Professional personalized disclaimer. Do not do anything you hear me say to do or hear me do. Okay? If you do so at your own risk, right? You do so at your own risk. Many of us on here, we get into the health and fitness. We have licenses, certifications, and registrations. And look, we worked hard, darn hard for them, okay? So whether we're therapists, doctors, nurses, or whatever, we aren't your therapist, doctor, nurse, trainer, nutritionist, dietitians. We aren't that for you guys. So we have to give those professional, personalized disclaimers. All right? We drop nuggets over here in Lions Pride. We're always dropping nuggets. I drop nuggets. You guys in the chat, the subscribers, the moderators, channel holders, you guys drop nuggets. We talk about things that work for us and things that we know. But a lot of times the things, well, pretty much all of what we talk about, we keep it mild over here. All right? We keep it mild over here. Because when we're talking, we're disseminating a message. It may be 2 people in this chat. It may be 20 people. But you never know who's going to hear your message out of that 2. And you don't want to impact somebody emotionally, spiritually, physically, mentally in the wrong way. So you have to let them know that though we're saying these things, it's just general good information. It's general good information. Okay? Education, informational, entertainment purposes only, right? The things that we talk about, they work for us or people that we know, and they may or may not work for you. You find out if they work for you by having a discussion with your doctor, right? With your healthcare team. And you guys can set something up that works for you. So don't do anything you hear me say or do over here. If you do so at your own risk, okay? We're not your doctor, nurse, therapist, nutritionist, weight trainer, fitness coach, all right? Remember, you know your situation. Each and every individual, some of us are similar, some of us are completely different. But that being said, each of us have our own situation, right? Okay? So listen to your body. When you work that body, make sure you don't hurt that body. Listen to your body. Listen and pay attention and have that discussion, those discussions. Keep the lines of communication open between you and your doctor, your nurse practitioner, your physician's assistant, your specialty doctor, your nutritionist, your dietitian, okay? your weight trainer, your fitness coach, the person at the gym who helps you out. Some of those people, believe it or not, they're not certified, but they have had training. So if they tell you to do something that doesn't feel right or doesn't feel good, don't do it. Let them know and don't do it. And if you feel like you need to go to someone different, go to someone different, okay? Go to someone different. There are so many things you can do. There are a plethora of activities that you can do, cardiovascular and aerobic activities that you can do to help strengthen your heart. Okay, the most important muscle in your body, that pump, the most important pump in your body. Okay, to strengthen those lungs. Okay, there are so many things you can do to get in cardiovascular aerobic activity. You can walk, right? Everybody's on the walk craze. It's free. Hey, you can skip, you can jog, you can run. All right. If you're in the area, you can mountain climb, you can go skiing, you can skate, you can ride your bike around the neighborhood at the park, you can ride your stationary bike, you can get on your elliptical, you can get on your treadmill, you can get on your walking pad, you can use your mini stepper. I don't really highly advise mini steppers for cardiovascular aerobic activity. You can get going on there, but I usually incline mine and let it work on those calves. Let it work on those calves. Because remember, to build those muscles up, the longer you can do your cardiovascular activity, okay? And also, those muscles will be toned. They'll be nice, all right? Spring and summer, think spring and summer. You want those arms. You don't want those arms to keep waving after you stop waving at somebody, right? When you wave at somebody with your hand, you put that arm up. You know, sometimes we get a little jiggle, but you want to keep that jiggle to a minimum, right? You don't want to have a heavy jiggle. You don't want that jiggle to be too heavy. If you can prevent it. All right? Get you some light weights. Light. I ain't talking about something that ain't gonna do you no good. When I say light, still make sure that you got some good weights, okay? Get those muscles toned. And if you go to the gym, again, these gyms have specials, especially at the beginning of the year, but the gyms have specials throughout the year as well. 30 days, $1 a day. Now you may be thinking 30 days, $1 a day, no contract. See, that's the key to that, no contract. So you only pay as you go. You sign in, you sign up, they put you on a 30-day program, and you think, well, wait a minute, I paid $30 for 1 month, and I could have done the plan $9.99 per month for 6 months. See, the thing about the $1 a day, it helps you decide if you're going to be really determined. It helps you decide if you're going to really be determined to stick with that plan. So why not go ahead and do the plan that says $1 a day for 30 days? And when you see that you are committed and you're motivated, then you can say, hey, wait a minute. I paid you guys $30 for 1 month. Let me go ahead and get that $10.99, that $9.99, that $15.99 plan, and I can come whenever I want to. Hey, Jordan. Welcome. Jordan says, hey, everybody in the chat, y'all go over there and go over there and jump rope with Jordan, okay? Go over there and work out with Jordan, too. Jordan, check out those shorts and check him out when he goes live, okay? To anybody who has come in this chat, please check out Jordan and every other content creator that has come into the chat, all right? Go over there and box. You can box with Jordan. Listen, you can box with him. You can work out with him. He gets on the stepper. There's a lot you can do over there with Jordan, okay? Hey, Bird. Hey, Lance Pride. Hey, Bird. How you doing? We're moving a little bit faster today. We slowed down a little bit because I came on a lot later. But we're trying to get it in. It's almost been 30 minutes. Okay, it's almost been 30 minutes. And we move. And when we move with purpose. All right, we're moving for a purpose, so we move with purpose. If you're moving for a purpose, whether your purpose is to lose weight, physical health, mental health, spiritual health, emotional health, whatever your purpose is, all right, whatever it is, exercise can help you reach that purpose, maintain that purpose, okay? You're doing well, thank you. Okay, I'm so glad to hear that, Bird. Happy Wednesday to you. I'm glad you're doing well. Jordan says, I am trying to keep up with you. Your fitness, you are doing. Oh, thank you, Jordan. I appreciate that. We're moving kind of fast today, Jordan. I started this job, but you know, when I start jogging, stuff start flying. So I can't jog on here because I don't want stuff to fly. Because you know, I'll take off jogging. So I've just made it a habit that when I'm live over here talking in Lions Pride, that I'm just gonna walk. Because when I take off sprinting, jogging, I forget something's in my pocket, something's on my back. Stuff just gets to flying. Plus, this phone may go clear across the street. So it's nothing wrong with just a fast-paced walk. And you don't even have to do that every day. Just as long as you're moving, okay? Whatever your fitness level allows, you know your level of fitness. So don't do anything that's gonna hurt you. Don't do anything that's gonna hurt you. Work your body, make sure you don't hurt your body. That's my motto. Work your body, make sure you don't hurt your body. And you also wanna trick your body, make sure you don't hurt your body. Because sometimes, guys, we hit a plateau. Like, whether your goal is to lose weight, just to stay fit, or improve your fitness level, to get some spiritual, mental, emotional fitness going. Moving helps with all of that. So we keep moving over here. So no matter which one is your goal, you want to work your body, but you don't want to hurt your body. So know your levels. Listen to your body and what it tells you. I say walk and talk over here for a reason, not just because it sounds cute, not just because it rhymes. See how I got to keep talking to y'all and keep moving, talking over that helicopter? See, some things show you what your fitness level are. And some things let you know if you need to pipe down a little bit. Some things let you know if you need to pipe down a little bit. So when you're trying to work out and get in shape, you know what your goal is. So don't try to compete with other people, okay? You cannot compete where you don't compare. All right? You cannot compete where you don't compare. I shoot hoops. I shoot hoops. I do some of my cousins, male cousins. But I ain't finna try to compete against LeBron James, even though he's about to retire and probably soon. You know? You never know. He might play for another 4 or 5 years. But I'm just saying, know your limits. Take cues from other people. Take nuggets. Listen, but always do your research. Always do your research. And do your research using reputable sources, okay? Using reputable sources. The educations, the journals, the exercise journals, the health and fitness journals, okay? You know your special issues that you have. That's why I always say consult your primary care doctor, your nurse, your physician's assistant, but also consult your specialty doctors. Have the lines of communication open between you and all of them, okay? And between them. Make sure that the lines of communication are open between them, all right? Make sure that your specialty doctor, whatever it may be, knows what your general practitioner has you doing, okay? Make sure that your general practitioner knows what the nurse practitioner has you doing. Sometimes when he's not in or she's not in, maybe you'll see the nurse practitioner. And yeah, most likely they'll be on the same accord, but just make sure, okay? Just make sure. Jill says, hey, Bird. Jordan says, I would not mind. You wouldn't mind playing LeBron Jordan. Go ahead, Jordan. Go ahead. Look. Once he retires, there's no telling. He might do something like that. So y'all know, that's why I always say this. I recommend, right? I'm not your therapist, your doctor, your nurse assistant, your physician assistant, or any of that. Your therapist, your coach. But I got some certifications, I got some registrations, and I got some licenses. I know a lot, okay? The education has been put there. But even those of us who have been educated when it comes to anything health related, we have to get re-educated every couple of years, y'all. Why? Because things change, okay? Information changes. That's why I get so annoyed when I see people who I know that aren't putting out certain nuggets, okay? Now we can listen to each other. I can go over there and listen to Jordan. Jordan can listen to me. We can listen to other people. But what we must do, remember to do, is to do our own research. And when you research reputable sources. Talk to your healthcare providers. Remember, that's your team, whether it's one or any combination. And we're going to march because the traffic is coming. So we just keep moving. We keep moving. We march. Jordan said he'll play anybody, baby. Put it on the table. Put it on the table. Put it on the floor and let's go. Jordan said he'll play anybody. Thank you, Jill, for speaking to Bird and Jordan, welcoming them in. Thank you, moderator. Jordan said he'll play anybody, y'all. Put it on the floor. Let's go. I can see you doing it too, Jordan, because you're in tip-top shape. I can see you doing it too. I know you talk about your back sometimes, but hey, it doesn't look like anything has happened. Okay? It doesn't look like anything has happened. So again, just remember that when you say things and you give advice or you drop nuggets like we do over here, you never know who's gonna hear that. All right? And look, with all the stuff going on in this world, people have always been sue happy. Sometimes the suits don't go anywhere. The suits don't go anywhere. But you don't want to be. You never know when it will, okay? You never know when it will. Sometimes the suits don't go anywhere, but you never know when it will. So, yeah, share the information that you know. Share your knowledge. But just make sure of the knowledge that you share. Because, listen, there are some things that changed today there were some things going on in November that certain boards and licensing boards have changed for this year, okay? So even those who have gone to school, those who get recertified and get that continuing education every 2 to 3 years, guess what? Sometimes we're given information that has changed. And so that's why I give the disclaimer, okay? Because sometimes information changes because, why? They've done research, they've done studies, and they realize that something that they was telling us 2 years ago or last year, we don't need to be going by that anymore, all right? And sometimes they realize that something they told us not to do, well, maybe they were a little bit wrong, or maybe it changed, and maybe we can do it, all right? So just make sure that you do your research when you're doing things, when you hear people, because listen, you got therapists who have channels, doctors, and some of them disagree on things, right? So you have to do a self-assessment, okay? You have to do a self-assessment, and that's why you have to have those lines of communication open with your doctors, okay? You have to do a self-assessment. You know your history and physical. You know what is going on with you. And because there are some things, somebody can have high blood pressure, right? One medication may work for them, but it takes a different medication for their friend, their coworker, their fellow student, their neighbor. You may be able to take a diuretic. A diuretic will make you pee-pee, okay? You may be able to take a diuretic, and that will control your blood pressure. Well, your friend, your neighbor may not be able to take it. Maybe it doesn't pull theirs down enough. So they have to take a calcium channel blocker, okay? Okay? So both blood pressure medicines, but different types, okay? Different types. So don't try to compete with people when you don't compare. Just don't try to. And that's not a bad thing or ugly thing. Now, sometimes if somebody's been a little sassy, yeah, they may say, you can't compete when you don't compare, honey, okay? But I'm telling you this for your good. I say this to myself. I can't compete with LeBron, so why would I go out there trying to shoot hoops with LeBron? I can take some notes from him, okay? And you got to think, even if people haven't been professionals, they may have done certain things, baseball, softball, basketball, football, soccer, volleyball, in high school, in college. They may have been in the military. These people, even though, and they may not have trained in the past 5 years, but guess what? They can't even just jump up and get right back into it. A lot of them, unless, depending on their age, their health situation. But even then, they got to, kind of build back into it. Now, they can get into it quicker than a lot of us. But you may be trying to compete with somebody who has that history, that background. And you know that all you did in high school was go to school. You may have went to home ec or something. You may have been in the marching band. But you didn't have to train every day, right? So stop trying to compete with people when you don't know their background, okay? That's one of the worst things you can do. And I see so many people trying to do that. Don't do it. It's a waste of time. Start where you are. You know where you are. You know if you're a beginner. You know if you're not. You know if you're a pro. But you may come into contact with somebody else who's a pro. You still don't want to be competing with people. Do what you can. Okay? Doing what you can will allow you to have results that you like. All right? And even then, when we do what we can, sometimes we got to figure out what works for us, right? What works for us. If you know you have knee issues, don't be doing deep squats, okay? Don't do deep squats. I don't care that you got your brace on. If you know that you have knee issues, do not do deep squats. Now, you may not have to do baby squats, but don't do deep squats if you know you have knee issues, all right? Modify. Modification is key. Just like moderation is key. Y'all know I come up with sayings over here, all right? Y'all gonna probably hear this, all right? Because everybody that you see up there that comes through here, they don't like to drop down because they know I call people out in the damn heartbeat, okay? Some of us do the same thing. But I'm almost stand on your shit. I stand on mine. That's how I do in life in general. I correlate different things together. I put things together. Okay? Eminem for me is modification and moderation. All right? Modification and moderation. Sometimes you have to modify the exercises that you're doing, just like you have to modify other things in life. Okay? Sometimes, depending on your situation, your doctor's going to tell you to exercise. I don't know any doctor that doesn't want you to. Even if you can't do certain leg exercises, they're going to tell you to make sure you're getting that arm work. If you can't do the arms, they're going to tell you to get that leg work. Okay? But they're going to say moderation. Okay? So modification and moderation. Eminem. Hey, Georgia girl. Georgia girl says, hey, Lance, how are you? I'm good, Georgia girl. How are you doing? Pass through. Stop talking about me. And my knee. Your knees, Georgia girl. Look, Georgia girl. Look. Massage those knees, okay? Massage those knees. And gently exercise those knees, okay? They're going to be okay. Moderation and modification. See, that's why I say, stand on your stuff. You handle your channel. See, you have to, when we're all doing basically the same thing, you have to come up with different ways to stand out, to make people want to come to your channel, because I'm not going to lie, we don't like seeing the same thing over and over, even though it's by different people. So anybody can get on here and walk, right? But who's going to give it to you like Lion's Pride, baby? Okay? Who's going to tell you about that Eminem? Moderation and modification. Modification and moderation. When we say Eminem over here, that's what we mean. Modification and moderation. Moderation and modification. When I tell you exercising for me is like a full course meal. My warm-up is my appetizer. My workout is my entree. And my cool down is my dessert. And what do? I come on here and have a second cool down with y'all. So that's a second dessert, right? Who doesn't like two desserts? Right? I talk about the word radar. Starts with R, ends with R. If y'all know me, y'all know what that means. You start with stretching and you end with stretching. I don't care what your situation is. Talk with your doctor, talk with your fitness coach, your fitness trainer, your nutritionist, your dietitian, your nurse practitioner, whoever, okay? Your physician's assistant, and learn the correct stretches to do according to your situation, okay? Because you want to start with stretching and you want to end with stretching, just like radar. Starts with R, it ends with R. Okay, and if you need to, throughout your workout, if you need to stretch again, think of it like this. When you're eating your entree, when you're in that full workout, if you need to stretch again, okay? So you need to start with R and end with R, meaning you need to start with stretching and end with stretching, okay? And if you have to, stretch in the middle. Sometimes those joints will tighten back up on you, okay? So stretch in the middle in case those joints tighten back up on you. Nobody but Lion's Pride. Keep speaking your truth. Yes, Georgia girl, it's like you try to do certain things to kind of stand out because basically most of us are doing like the same thing. So, I put a twist on stuff and I'm like, that's how I am in life in general. I'll take something that has nothing to do with something that I'm focusing on and I correlate those things, right? I'll correlate those things. Just like when I talk about eating. My warm-up is my appetizer. You go out to dinner, like your warm-up is your appetizer. Your workout is your entree, that main meal. And your cool down is your dessert. I also say my warm-up is breakfast. My exercise is lunch. Because usually most people try to eat a little bit lighter after lunch, right? So that lunch is your entree. If you think about it like that. Breakfast is my appetizer, okay? And then I correlate that to exercise. So breakfast, I'm warming up. Lunch, I'm exercising. At dinner, I cool down. I cool down. Good morning, good morning. Who is that? Is that Harshad Sharmal? You're an Indian sister. Welcome in. Welcome in, my Indian sister. I appreciate you for coming through. You're multitasking but listening. Okay, Georgia girl. Allergies been, oh my gosh, last 2 days acting up, Georgia girl. A lot of people say that their allergies have been acting up. I hope you feel better. I hope you feel better. Hi there. Tell me if I'm saying your name right. Harshad Sharmal. Harshad Sharmal. And tell me if there's something you want me to call you. Sister, please accept friendship. Please accept friendship. Well, you're in the chat. You're welcome to stay in the chat. Well, I appreciate you being here. I do appreciate you being here. I really, really do. Just like I appreciate everybody else, the other subscribers, content creators, moderators, the platform in general. All right, I appreciate you. Just like Georgia girl says she's multitasking. Most of us, we multitask, right? We multitask. So I appreciate you making me a part of your multitasking. I appreciate you making me a part of your task. Your tasks with an S, okay? Because we multitask. We multitask. Most of us have a lot to do during the day, during the evening, during the night, all day, y'all, all day. So when we come on here, we can't be on here all the time and we can't be on here all the day. But let me tell you something, I'm gonna take that back because there are some people who are on here all the time and all day, all night. They get a nap in and they're right back at it, okay? You know, if they can do it, kudos to them. But I would get bored. I would get bored. So I think I was supposed to slow down a little bit ago, but we've been going full throttle. We've been going full throttle. So it doesn't matter. Just take you a mild walk, you know. I think of it as I'm walking with a purpose when I'm moving, putting some pep in my step. All right. But sometimes I want to slow down, and I do. And if your body tells you to slow down or stop, that's what you do. You listen to your body. You slow down and you stop. You are in the chat. I accept your YouTube ship. And that's about all I can do. That's about all I can do. I'm glad to have you here. I've said that I appreciate you. I do. I'm telling you the truth. Because believe me, if I didn't mean it, I wouldn't say it. You're a computer typist in Hindi. Okay? You're a computer typist in Hindi. Are you trolling? See, I'm telling you, I be like blunt with it. Are you trolling? Because if you're trolling, I don't mind a nice troll. I'm just going to tell you, I don't mind a nice troll. I let them make it. All right? I let them make it. Because guess what? Even if you're trolling, you're giving a view. And that's something you didn't have to do. As long as you're respectful, as long as you keep it nice and keep it cute and keep it pushing and you keep it moving. If you have not moved today, I hope that you will get up before we get off of this live and move those legs, move those arms, twist their waist, put a little twist in their waist, switch a little bit. Remember when your mama said, don't go out this house switching? Well, look, you're a full-grown adult now. And you ain't got to switch until you're trying to, switch a little too hard. But just switch so you can use different muscles. Switch so that you can use different muscles. All right? You want to use different muscles. So, it's been 50 minutes. Y'all know I try to keep it an hour. To an hour and 15 minutes. Sometimes we go 2 hours. Just depends on who's in the chat. And if they decide to drop down and if we're having a good old time. But I don't like to do over that because I think doing that is just selfish, okay? Because even though people I'm going to try and talk over that music, y'all, because even though people can multitask, and some people, they stay with you. They have you going and that's okay. That is okay. I just don't like to stay on. It's 24 hours in a day, okay? It's 24 hours in a day. So if you're going to be on here over 2 hours, that's a lot to expect. Even if people are in and out, that's a lot to expect. You're welcome. Anytime early morning, it's 6 a.m. It's 6 a.m. where you are? Oh, yes. It's like, woo, 11-hour difference. You're very happy. Well, that's good. That's good. I'm glad that you're happy. More of us should be happy. More of us would like to be happy. Being happy is a wonderful thing. Being happy is a wonderful thing. And that's why I always try to say, if somebody is trolling, if you're a good troll, I don't mind, as long as you're being nice. Because a lot of the times, the people who aren't trolls that you know of, they're not on here to be nice, okay? They're not on here to be nice. But what I really want you all to do, I repeat it daily. I come on here and say it every day, is I want you to move, and I want you to keep moving. Keep moving and grooving, okay? Okay? And anything that you do, whether it's your food intake, your exercise, your work, your fun, your vices, okay? Modification and moderation are keys, okay? They are keys. Sometimes you have to cut some things out. Sometimes you have to start some new things. That's okay. That's okay. It's going to be okay. But just remember, when it comes to certain things, moderation and modification, those are the keys. Those are the keys to trying to get you to where you want to be, okay? So whoever comes across this live replay, I appreciate you. Whether you watch for a minute, 2, 20, or the whole time, I appreciate you. Thank you for doing it, because you didn't have to do anything. All right? Always remember to keep your head on a swivel, okay? And when you're out here exercising, if you do your activities outdoors, make sure that you're protected, okay? Make sure that you wear protective clothing. Like now, in case it gets dark, I'm in a very, very, very well-lit area. So make sure that you wear your protective clothing. If you're on a bicycle, make sure that you have your reflectors and your wheels, and on the front and back of your bike, make sure that you have your knee pads, your elbow pads on. And if you need to, put on those hip pads and those shoulder pads, okay? Protect yourselves. And for those who have been getting these little bugs lately, you're an advocate. Okay, what type of advocate are you? For young people? You people, you're an advocate. What type of advocate are you? I am an advocate sister. You're an advocate sister. So you advocate for sisters. That sounds good. That sounds good. That sounds terrific, actually. You're a sister advocator. You advocate for sisters. So you know, wear your protective gear. And again, you can go walking. You can go jogging. You can go running. You can go sprinting. You can skip. You can play kickball in the yard with your kids, with the neighborhood kids, with your nieces and nephews, with your neighbors. Okay? Get out there and do a neighborhood game of volleyball, kickball, softball, baseball. Well, we'll keep it with softball, because we don't want you to use the baseball. Do softball, okay? Some flag football, right? A game of basketball. Get you some aerobic and anaerobic activity in. That stop and go, that's that anaerobic, okay? Remember, throughout the day, take you some deep breaths in. Have little sections throughout the day for about 5 minutes, 3 to 5 times throughout the day that you take deep breaths in. Pull in that O2, pull in that oxygen so that you can oxygenate, okay? Oxygenate your cells, your blood, and oxygenate your body, okay? And then exhale, release that carbon dioxide and other waste, okay? Release that carbon dioxide and other waste, all right? Indian people, you're an advocate for Indian people. There's nothing wrong with that. That's great. Advocate for your people. Advocate for your people. Only selfish people don't want people to advocate for them, for their own people. Some people don't understand that certain groups don't need people to advocate for them. They're in the majority, and they're always on top. They regulate most things that go on in this world. But then you have other people who do. They need advocates. You have kids. It doesn't matter what your race, color, background, creed. It doesn't matter what all that is. Advocating for kids, it's not even about the culture, the color, or anything like that. Some people do need people to advocate for them, right? Advocate for your family when you need to. Advocate for yourself. Advocate for yourself. Because the world isn't crazy. It's the people. It's the people. Indian history, sister, greatly. Right? It's the people. It's not the world, it's the people. This is God's world, but people have a warped concept of things and how things should work. They have a warped concept. They believe that people are on different levels, right? They believe that in order to be powerful, you have to be on top, and you can't share the power with anybody. They have to share power with people who look the same, even when those people aren't qualified. Okay? Anybody else of any other color can be qualified, but no. Unless you kissing the butt of certain people, and even then, it's never worth it to kiss the butt of anybody. Because what they will always hold against you is that they're going to pull that color, race, creed card, that culture card on you. And if yours isn't the same, they don't care how much you kiss their butt. They don't. All right? So we got, 4 more minutes? And I'm just going to walk. We finally kind of slowing down. We're slowing down. We're just going to walk. If you ask me to accept your friendship one more time, guess what's going to happen? You won't be able to ask me again because we're going to block you. We're going to block you. I told you I'd be blunt and I'd be upfront. And I'll be honest with you. Because you start to look like a troll. You start to look like a troll. And I told you I have no problems with trolls. I let the trolls make it. I let the trolls make it. Because that's a view. But when you're disruptive in the chat, we can't let you stay over here doing all that stuff. We can't let you stay over there doing all that stuff. And what did I tell you? I said that was a good thing that you're proud to be Indian. You better be, because that's what you are. You better be, because that's what you are. Okay? You can't be anything but what you are. So you have to be proud to be that. See, there's a certain subset of people who think that they're the only ones who are supposed to be proud. And when other people are proud, it burns them up. It tears them up. They don't want you to feel proud. You're not worthy of feeling proud. Unless you're of a certain complexion, you get the rejection. Okay? You see my name. It's Lion's Pride. Don't you see it? Don't you see it? I got like 3 more minutes. So I'm just talking to you because you are talking. It is better that people do just at least drop down in the chat and say hello or say hi. They don't have to. You can't make people do it. But it's nice. And you aren't being nasty or ugly. So that's why we haven't timed you out or blocked you yet. And I only have like maybe about 2 or 3 more minutes. Okay? Okay? People be like, why you talking to those trolls? Because you got people who you interact with on these YouTube streets that they'll sit back and just watch you or look at you. Won't even say hi. They don't have to interact in the chat. At least say hi. Or you have people, you go visit them for minutes and minutes on end, and they come in and say, hi, I'm this or I'm that. They make all excuses in the world not to stay and talk to you for like 2 or 3 minutes. But you hang out with them. I had to stop even paying any attention. I honestly focus on the positive trolls. I do. Because at least they'll come in here and talk to you. And it all helps the algorithm. It all helps the algorithm. And people, stop being so focused on this stuff, on these apps. How much are you making when you get your money, okay? And you can go do one of the easiest jobs in the world. Go to Walmart and be a greeter. Go to Target and just fix the clothes. But, people, like I said, it's not the world, it's the people. People do wild and crazy things. People think wild and crazy ways. But people be people. So what can you do? I think crazy. I have crazy ways of thinking at times, okay? What I always tell y'all, you gotta acknowledge your flaws. Acknowledge your flaws. Now y'all hear all that? Y'all hear all that noise? I guess he just flexing, huh? He just flexing. That's his flex. I can't stand it when people do that. And people do that all across this country. They get their little ugly hot rods and they want to raise noise and raise sand. Nobody want to hear that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Boop, ain't nobody got time for that. Boop, boop, ain't nobody got time for that. But thank you guys for being here. Y'all know what time it is. It's been an hour. Okay? And I don't have anybody else in the chat that's talking. People just be looking at you, be looking. But I did not block Harshed. What is this? Let me make sure. Harshed Shramal, because she at least talked. She said something. Okay? So y'all listen. Have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Don't let bothered people bother you, because those people most likely have been bothered by somebody else. And sometimes not. Sometimes people just low down, okay? Don't let bothered people bother you. Don't let stressed people stress you out, okay? And if you find yourself in a misery lounge, GYGAG, grab your grip and go. See, that's another thing that I do. Okay, see that acronym? That's an acronym for me. Grab your grip and go, GYGAG. Or if they come into your spot, you tell them to grab their grip and go, GTGAG, okay? GTGAG, grab their grip and go. Don't let anybody come in and disrupt your lounge, your space, your place, your platform, your home, your ecosystem, okay? You want to have a nice ecosystem where things may not be perfect, but they're perfect for you, okay? Don't let anybody disrupt your peace, all right? Don't let anybody disrupt your peace. And don't disrupt your own peace by trying to be accommodating to people who aren't peaceful to you or accommodating to you, all right? And a lot of the things that we say over here, they're easier said than done. But listen, some things are easier done, okay? So focus on it. Think of it that way. Some things are easier done, especially when you get to a certain point or a certain age. Some things are easier done, all right? You got some 40, 50-year-olds, they're like teenagers. They follow each other. They bounce to the command of one, you know? And I'd be like, well, what do they do at home? Listen, you bounce to the command of God, and you bounce to your own command. You bounce to the commands of your family, of those who you know and love. And take care of yourself, okay? We got to put family first. We always put family first. But sometimes be a little selfish. Remember self, that is S-E-L-F, that four-letter word we talk about? Use self-love, self-commitment, self-dedication, self-control, self-respect, your self-esteem, okay? Self-improvement. And you can be selfish, okay? You can be selfish. There's nothing wrong with being selfish. Taking care of yourselves, because you want to be able to continue to put family first like most of us do. Oh, I put God first. Many of us put God first and family. So if you want to be able to put family first, as a matter of speaking, you got to take care of yourself. You got to put yourself first sometimes. All right? Remember the R words. Release, relax, and release. Relate to the things that you can. Resolve the things that you can. The things that you don't relate to, just let it go. The things that you can't resolve, resolution will hopefully come, and hopefully it'll be good resolution. Okay? Respect yourself as well as others. Okay? All right? Respond when you need to, not when you don't need to. Not when it's not really worth it. All right? Reflect. Reflect on some things that you used to do that you don't do anymore that maybe you want to do again. So remember those things, reflect on those things, remember those things, and revisit those things. All right? Bring those things back to the forefront. All right? Refocus. Refocus. Refocus on you. Refocus on family. All right? Recommit. Recommit yourself to some things. Reconstruct some things. All right? Reset and restart. Reset and restart. Thank you guys for coming over here. I hope that something that I said today has helped you in some way. Help you solve an issue. Think differently about an issue. Open your mind to an issue. We didn't say much. We just focused on telling you guys to move, to keep it moving, to be consistent with your movement. Be consistent about it and be persistent about being consistent. Consistency matters. M&M, moderation and modification when need be, okay? All right? Stretch before and after you're exercising. Stretch in the middle. Those joints start to feeling like a little squeaky, a little funny. Stretch in the middle. There's nothing wrong with stretching throughout the day, okay? You're welcome, Herschel. Thank you for staying over here, hanging in here with me, okay? So I will see you guys, okay, on the next Let's Walk and Talk Original in Lions Pride. And remember, the 4 P's, okay? Y'all know I got those 3 main ones, all right? Peace, positivity, and prosperity, right? Without peace, there's chaos. Without positivity, there's negativity, right? And wherever chaos and negativity roam together, you fail to prosper to your fullest potential. We want you to have peace. We want you to prosper. We want you to have peace. We want you to prosper. We want positivity so that you can continue to walk in a good purpose. So that you can continue to walk in your good purpose. So I will see you guys on the next one. And thank you for joining me. Bye, y'all.